Alright, so today we are going to learn the flute. Before you now, we have the flute safely on the table. One of the things you're going to want to remember when you get the flute out is to open it correctly with the flute facing up, not facing down. And never in your lap, or if you do it in your lap, to be very careful not to shift around too much, but it's always best to do it on a table if you can. So to identify the parts, we have the foot joint, we have the body, and we have the head joint. Okay? So proper care of the instrument real quick. Obviously opening it up is going to be very important when you open up the case. Another thing is this cork right here, which I will open up for you.
It comes off?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? There we go. This cork right here, it'll dry out if you're not careful, so be sure to take good care of that.
Or how do you know when it's dried out?
It'll fall out. It'll just kind of fall out on you. And that's something that you'll just have to get it repaired. You know, you'll just have to go get it fixed. It's not something that once it happens, you can just kind of let it go. That looks good. It's not something that you can fix on your own, unfortunately. Sometimes there are things with these instruments that you can, but that's just one of those things where you might have a temporary fix, but we're not going to worry ourselves with that. All right, so we're going to go over how to put the instrument together, but before we do that, let's go ahead and try and create a pitch on just the headpiece, mouthpiece, if you will. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to cover this hole with your hand as a practice, and then what you're going to want to do is aim for the inside of the back hole, and you're going to focus your air with a very small aperture, much like when you play the trombone and that buzzing sound you get, that tiny little hole that you're creating between your lips. But this time you're not buzzing, you're just allowing the air to flow through between your lips. But the key is going to be to cover the hole with about a third of the way with your bottom lip, and to make sure that both your lips are parallel and not one jutting out over the other. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. So go ahead, cover the hole with your hand, and give it a shot. Yeah. Go ahead and give it some air there. Yeah. Focus here a little bit more. Got a big aperture, try and close the aperture. There you go. Alright. You can stop for a second.
Okay.
I don't want you to get too lightheaded.
Pass out.
Yeah. Before we put the instrument together, I want to do that one more time without your hand covering the hole. But, yeah, let's go ahead and do that, actually. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead and just play on that for me. Good. Can you give me 3 short bursts? Nice. Well, we'll get to tonguing, but that's good. Okay. You already have the muscle memory for tonguing, so that's good. And so one of the things that we will get to later on in this lesson is you don't actually start with the breath attack. You start everything with a t. Okay, so we'll work on that towards the end once we get the instrument together and start working, making the pitch.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and put it together. Can you identify the parts for me real quick? Can you hold them up and tell me the names?
Okay, this one's the foot piece?
Foot joint. Yep.
Foot joint, I was going to say, okay, foot joint. It's like foot something.
Pretend it's a human body, and you have the...
Why would this be the joint and this is the piece?
Just let it go. Call them both joints then. Head joint, if you will.
Okay, so then foot joint.
Yep.
And the body.
The body. They can't see.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, it's okay.
Body.
Yeah. And then...
the head piece.
Joint.
It's just like...
It doesn't matter. Alright, so to put it together, I'll hand you that. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to insert it on this end. I'm going to hand you this end as well. But you see the hole right there on the head joint.
Yeah.
You're going to line that up by holding the body like this and line the hole of the head joint with these pads right here on the keys, the center of the keys. And you're going to insert that end with a twisting motion almost. Okay? It'll slide right in nice and easy. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Get it set in there, and then hold it up and straighten it out.
I feel like it's like looking down a gun barrel.
not nearly as dangerous.
Yeah, thank God.
Or controversial.
Does it look like
It'll just as straight as you
It
can
looks
go.
pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Now holding the instrument right about there, so on the body, but not near the brace. Hold it right there. Yeah, perfect. Hold it right here. Hold it like a grip, so you can hold it like when you put this piece on. And you're gonna want to take this, and this brace right here is going to go halfway on those pads. So go ahead and put it on there for me.
Should I not like touch these keys when I put it on?
You want to try and eliminate that as much as possible, just so that you don't accidentally break anything. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult. The twisting motion is correct. Twist and push.
I feel like I'm gonna mess up this one.
No, don't worry. You're not going to get that close. All right, and then straighten it out.
Looks about good.
Good. All right. Now, I'm going to hold it for you. Hold karate chop with your left hand. Perfect. Now you're going to curve your index finger up into this button right here. And that is your first place of contact with your hands. Now give me your other hand, put your thumb right here, and actually scoot it down a little bit.
Can you put like markings or something on this?
Yeah, we could probably put tape, but I wouldn't want to do anything too much because you might mess up the vibrations of the instrument. Alright, so I put your fingers on the keys. Put your fingers on the keys that I'm putting it towards.
Wait.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay, so this is your next point of contact. And next, this finger is going to go on this key. This finger is going to go on this key. If you want to go ahead and try and bring your hand up to it.
Wait. Where's this? Where's the?
That key right there. That key right
and
there.
That
That key right there. Perfect. All right. Now make sure this finger is holding it. Perfect.
Ah!
It is awkward. It is very awkward.
Wait, did I put a thumb here?
You're going to put it on the single key, or you're going to put it on the double key, not the single
What's
key.
the difference?
Well, this one, the single key pushes. Well, it's supposed to, and it's.
Is that?
I think so. I think it's stuck.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait. Oh, there's. When you push it, it seems to work. Yeah. There we go. It's only supposed to push one key down. This one seems to want to go with it. But that's the single key, and that might be a problem we'll run into in a bit here.
This is the what?
Anyway, so put your finger right there. Put
Okay.
your finger right there. Okay. And then your last point of contact is going to be the setup that we had earlier on your chin there. So make sure your fingers are set.
You want to press on all the keys?
So, well, let's just get balance first, and then we'll work on the keys. So yeah, just go ahead and push the keys down for balance reasons, so that you have a nice grip and you're not feeling awkward. Okay. And make sure that this is like that. Feels kind of weird, but remember, when you hold the flute, it's going to be off here.
Okay.
So bring that hand underneath. Bring that hand underneath. Like
Underneath?
that. Yeah, there you go. Because you're going to want to hold it right here. All right. Now, bring that up to your mouth and set it how it felt when you held it and made that pitch. All right. Now, what you're going to want to do is push with your left thumb. Push the left thumb key down.
Mm-hmm.
Push your left hand's index, middle, and ring finger down.
Mm-hmm.
And then the same fingers on your right hand.
What's that?
Not your pinky on your right hand. Pinky's out. Pinky's out.
Both of them?
Yeah, pinky's
Okay,
out.
I thought you said just your right hand.
Well, you can put them down, but I was just making a SpongeBob reference. All right, so
Boo.
shush. Yeah, it looks good. Go ahead and settle your pinkies just so that they're not floating around. Just settle them down on the keys. On the keys. On the keys. On the keys. Don't
Wait,
push them though. Don't
But
push
it's
the
gonna be
keys.
so hard not to push them.
Well, don't. All right. Now you're sitting up tall.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the instrument to your mouth
Mm-hmm.
and go ahead and give it your best shot.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. All right. Take a second here. Take a second. Take a second.
Yeah,
here.
I was like,
I know it's a little breathy.
You need to breathe.
It sounds breathy, just because your pitch needs to be refined, and that has a lot to do with your desire to. You're used to having, muscular usage there when you're playing an instrument,
Yeah.
and so this natural aperture instead of the tight aperture that you're used to creating. Now that you're so relaxed, I think you're letting a lot more air out between your lips than is necessary for this instrument. But if you were to play this for any amount of time, it would develop fairly quickly for you, just because you've had practice with the smaller aperture that is needed. So before we end this lesson, can you do that again? And this time, go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like tonguing, yeah?
Yeah, tongue each note. You want to start each note with a tongue. Okay.
Okay.
And do it at your own tempo. We don't really It's not too much concern about the tempo, but remember that what we talked about earlier is that on this instrument and most woodwind instruments is that you don't start with the breath attack, you start with the tongue attack. And so if we can go ahead and work on that, that'll be great.
Ooh, boy.
Remember to set off to the side, bring your left fingers underneath, your left index finger underneath for balance.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, just can you All right, there you go. Now do that 3 times. Good. There you go. That was good. That was it. That was it. No. I just that last note was a little iffy, but you had 3 good solid pitches there where you got to work on the inharmonics a little bit, and that's just coming up. I was looking at your fingers. I was kind of worried you might have let one finger go, but it looked like you were tensing up there to keep them all together.
Yeah.
And it's just a relaxing thing. It takes a lot of practice to transfer from what we're used to this instrument.